Attention to Arsenal then. Do you think Arsenal will finish in the top four?
No, I don't. But I've been really impressed with them. I do. I mean, it's not a confident no. I'll be honest with you. It's not like because
you're thinking about it while we're on air. You're like,
I am. I'm looking at the teams around, and it's like I'm not convinced by Man United either. So why,
Spurs?
No, definitely not. No, I mean, I'm expecting a massive turnaround.
So who would take that top four then, if you think about it?
Well, that's going to be an interesting part of this, this final discussion come the end of the season, because it is kind of wide open. West Ham are going to be amongst the conversation. I think they'll get themselves back into contention. I do think the way that Arsenal are playing, because what I quite like about Arsenal at the minute is defensively they look really good, and I think once you have that stability in any side. With the quality they have, they can go and win games, any game. He needs to sort it out when it comes to places like this, Arteta. He can't seem to get that balance right at the minute. But they're going to be in the conversation and a lot closer to it than I expected them to be at the start of the season for that fourth spot, yeah.
I agree with JJ. Again, I go back to what I said. I left Arsenal last night thinking, there's so much to be positive about. The goalkeeper's outstanding. That Gabriel and White have got it together in there. They've really nailed it. And then you've got the young lads. So I think that they'll be there or thereabouts. But if you ask me, I think it's going to be between Man United, Tottenham, West Ham and Arsenal. And I'll probably just go with Manchester United just because of the Ronaldo factor. Because he's such a genius and he guarantees you goals. I think in the big games he always turns up.
OK. Well, one of the big topics of conversation around Arsenal this week has been about their captain, Henry Winter. The journalist, who's well worth a follow on social media, says some players will be sympathetic to talented Albert, but they know where the power lies with Arteta. Unless Aubameyang refocuses, the issue for Arsenal will be offloading a player on a hefty salary. Sam Dean says Aubameyang stripped of the Arsenal captaincy 2 years and 1 month after Xhaka was stripped of it. And Harry says, say what you want about Arteta's team selections, tactics and lack of experience, but at the very least, this man is willing to make big calls in an attempt to fix a broken culture that's plagued Arsenal for years. And I think that's a good point. In fact, I'll read this one as well. You're my Arsenal. If you're looking for a captain to be in the mould of Tony Adams or the great captains of yesteryear, don't have any hope. That kind of captain doesn't exist in football anymore. It's more an honorary thing. Let's start with that then. Is that the case? Is that the point?
The last two comments were great. I disagree with that. I think I do in that because there is characters out there like that, like a Tony Adams, like Declan Rice for one. I think he's in that mould.
But not at Arsenal.
But he was alluding to the fact that they're not out there. They are out there. They've just not been at Arsenal. And if they are at Arsenal, the previous comment about the broken culture, I think that's been going on. That's been steadily poisoning the club for 15 years, the culture. We used to go there with Chelsea and you knew how to win the game because you knew after 20 minutes, if they wasn't in flow, you'd hear them start arguing with each other on the pitch. The crowd would then get on the thing and then there'll be a mistake and then it would fall to bits because of leaders, because there wasn't no leaders. And then Arteta's come in and made a bold decisions like that. Aubameyang, I don't know the lad, I don't know what he's like. He didn't strike me as a captain, but we don't know. We don't know what he's like behind the scenes. But for Arteta, I think he's making a point where these are the rules, this is the line to cross, this is my captain, I expect this from you. Once you drop off it, we're going to push you to the side and then you're going to have to prove to us that you want to come back with a group. I think Arteta's got it spot on and I think he's brilliant.
It could be a seminal moment, actually, for his management of that football club, couldn't it?
I think he's really spoke well and led by example since the minute he stepped through his door. I'll never forget his first interview in it, and he spoke a lot about kind of the DNA of the football club and what he expects of the players and what he demands. And I thought that was a real kind of a good insight into, I suppose, a lot of people talk about philosophy in football when it comes to management, and sometimes that gets misconstrued into tactics. But actually, it's just that a manager's beliefs a lot of the time and how a place should be run. And he knows what, at a core, what Arsenal should be, how it should be run. And this was a bold decision, but the right one. Let's be honest. The Arsenal have been kind of like held to ransom by players that have had good spells. For a period of time. Oh, he's our new leader. He's our new leader. And it's like, actually, now what Mikel Arteta has done is he's gone, hang on a minute, I am building something. And now you can start to see it And you're looking at the next captain now, and you're thinking, well, it could be Ben White. You know, it could be Gabriel, it could be Ramsey, it could be whoever. But you feel like whoever's going to take that is going to be a player that's going to be at Arsenal for a long period of time, and it's going to matter to them.